FanFic Critic. I read it, you listen. Today's fanfic is quite interesting. It's called Leaning on the Fourth Wall by Go Kabiri Prince. And the section of the fanfic I'm reading is not actually the beginning. I was requested to do chapter 14 of the fanfic, which is called Ebonheart 2, Our Hero's Journey. This is a bit different because normally when I get requested fanfics, I normally get requested the first chapter of a story, but I'm assuming that maybe this fanfic, Leaning on the Fourth Wall, is a collection of one-shots. Although, I'm going to kind of cheat and I'm going to read chapter 13 and 14. Oh, wait, never mind. Seems like the Ebonheart stuff is it's 4 parts. You know what, let's start from the beginning. Ebonheart 1, it starts. And we'll read chapters 13, 14, 15, and 16, seeing they all seem to be connected to each other. So, let's get started with this interesting fanfic. Author's note. I know that I said I was going to critique a good fanfic this chapter, but I couldn't pass up an opportunity like this. With that said, enjoy the Within My Heart saga. So is this a fanfic that critiques other fanfics? Oh well, at least you're not trying to pretend to be the nostalgia critic, I guess. Disclaimer, EA Sports, it's in the fanfic. Okay, that is funny. Author's note 2. For the scant few of you reading Jigaranger, there are going to be spoilers for episodes 14, 15, 19, 20, 21, and the movie. And episode 26, don't say you weren't warned. Well, I don't even know what the heck it is, so I'm not spoiled. Which is it? Tamatama? Which is it? Beetle? Which is it? Laplace Love Kiss? Which is it? Mankey Moo? Which is it? Hassam Handsome? Which is it? Don Fan Damel? Which is it? Watako Popko? Which is it? Which is it? Okay. Episode whatever, Within My Ebonheart by Mac Blue Lover, Part 1, it starts. Hello all, greeted Leslie. I'm Leslie. I'm Lizardbeth. And we're Team Fourth Wall, exclaimed Garzuka and Kitty simultaneously. Yes, unfortunately, far ago, had to return to heaven, said Leslie. But this also means that Garzuka and Kitty will be joining us. That's correct, said Garzuka. So what's in store for us today? We don't know, said Lizardbeth. We kind of ran out of bad fan fiction. What? Asked Garzuka. This is the internet. You don't just run out of bad fan fiction, you got mail. Case in point, here, I'll get this. Let's see here, spam, junk, you may have won the Brazilian lottery, spam, Nigerian prince needs cash, scam. Here we go. Sinofdespair88 at hotmail.com just sent us a story called Within My Ebonheart by the author named Mac X Blue Lover. Well, isn't that nice, said Lizardbeth. Let's read it. I don't know, said a distrusting kitty. It smells like a trap. You might be right, said Garzuka, but then again, Sin of Despair 88 might be anyone, so without further ado, here's Within My Ebonheart. Okay, this is my first story ever. I love Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I hope you like my story. Please leave lots of reviews. Thank you if you review. I hope you like my story. Oh God, moaned Garzuka. It's Sonnet 2 all over again. Let's keep reading. Mac was 16 years old. In parentheses, author's note, this takes place 9 years in the future. He had become a long hair, was all black with red tips. He had a black Evanescence t-shirt that was tight on his body and showed of his rock-hard abs, and had fishnet sleeves and baggy pants with lots of change. His boots was big and made of metal. Jeez, it's reminding me of My Immortal and Forbidden Fruit. Okay, Skitty said. First off, Mac is 8 in the actual show, so if this is really 9 years into the future, he would be 17, not 16. Indeed. People really need to learn to do math when they do these fanfics. Writers can't do math apparently, said Lizard Beth. He shouted as soon as he walked in because Blue was doing graffiti on the wall. Blue Ragard Q Kozu, he said. Okay, where's the quotation marks? Asked Leslie. And if this author really is a fan of the show, why don't they get the bloody characters' names right? Blue stopped doing graffiti and looked at Mac. Blue had a fishnet shirt on. He had been working out. It showed his hot body. He also had lots of black eyeliner and black lipstick and 20 piercings. Well, what in the name of lasagna? Where did this happen? When did this happen? I know Blue was a jerk ass, but effing graffiti? My God, who wrote this? Carnival Night Zone. Yes, all is going according to plan, said a crow woman in a thick Greek accent. First I drive Team Fourth Wall insane with my poorly written fan fiction, then I will crush Jagagar, whatever, forever. Meanwhile, Maxine, Dudley, and a blonde, buxom mole girl were tied up and guarded by several permits. You won't get away with this, exclaimed Dudley. Oh, but I have. It's only a matter of time before your friends are totally brain dead to interfere with my plans. He pulled out a cigarette and lit it and started smoking. Mac did too, and they stood there smoking together. Everyone watched them. They were all jealous because Mac and Blue were the coolest people in the whole town. Even Mr. Merryman knew wrong. This is actually the quote from the fanfic that they're critiquing, so I should bite my tongue if I see any spelling errors. Knew they were cool, and he didn't punish Blue for the graffiti. In brackets, warning, warning, OOC alert, OOC work. Gazuka exclaimed, the hell was that? Sorry, Leslie apologized. That was the out-of-character alarm. It was designed to go off in situations like this. That's nice. Anyway, let's continue with the rest of the chapter. Frankie had changed a lot. She had really big boobs. They were double D's and sexy legs. So her boobs were like, okay, I'm not critiquing this fanfic. I'm critiquing the fanfic that's critiquing the fanfic. This is confusing. She was wearing a tight corset and a really short black skirt and fishnet pantyhose. Everyone loved her because she was so sexy. Warning, warning, Sue alert, Sue alert. Let me guess, Mary Sue alarm? Asked Kitty. Yep. How else would you describe what the author did to Frankie? It's a damn shame that I didn't share a voice actress with this pod person. Yep, a real shame. Let's continue with the fic, shall we? Then Wilt walked up. Wilt was dressed in all black like Mac. He had become a goth because it had been 9 years and he wasn't adopted. Eduardo and Coco had been adopted and he hadn't. He said to Mac, hey, can I have a smoke? Mac gave him a cigarette and he started smoking it. I know we haven't commented on this, said Lizard Beth, but where's the punctuation in this? There aren't paragraphs, they're run-on sentences. There, Lizard Beth comforted Garzuka. This is only the beginning of the madness. Wilt was mostly sad because he had been going out with Eduardo and then he got adopted. He was sad he would never see his BF again, and now they had 2 children without a home. Wilt's daughter, Liana Raven Azuria La Rosa Ebenis Kiandra, that's a very, very long name, was 5 years old and looked just like him, except she was purple and she had long white hair and eyes that changed color every day. His son, Wilt Eduardo Jr., looked like Eduardo but red, and he was 3 years old. Suddenly there was a knock on the door. To be continued. Weird face thing. A.N. Suri, it's so short. I tried to make it longer, but I wanted to keep up the suspense. I promise I'll update soon. Please, R&R. I like lots of reviews, please. Suspense? Suspense? Questioned Gazuka incredulously. M. Night Shyamalan could do suspense better than you. Suspense, she says. You got mail. Again. What's that? Whatever it is, I'm not opening it. It's not a scam. Open it, open it. Lizardbeth opened the mail and gasped in shock. Well, what does it say? Kitty asked. Read it and find out. Dear Fourth Wall, or Team Fourth Wall, it seems that you've stumbled upon phase 1 of my evil plan. I have your friends hostage, and if you want to see them alive again, come to Carnival Night while you finish reviewing the story. Evilly yours, Andonia Sinna Despair. Andonia, of course, said Garzuka. I knew the sender's name sounded familiar. What are you going to do now? Inquired Lizardbeth. What else? We're going to save our friends. That's how we do suspense. I'm talking downtown. Author's Note 3. There you have it. This is the first of the multi-part Ebonheart saga. Will Team Fourth Wall and the Gamer Girl stop Andonia and rescue their friends? Will their sanity stay intact? Are Andonia and Mac Bloober one and the same? The answers will be revealed right now. Yes, probably. And the hell do I know? Also, I've a forum to voice our opinions. Shouldn't say I have. Oh. Normally when people say I have a forum, they do not have to say I've a forum because it just reads weirdly. I have a forum to voice our opinions on the fanfics I've critiqued. http forum.fanfiction.net forum. If you're interested in joining, you are welcome to do so. Well, that was interesting. I kind of have no idea what's going on though, because the person who requested this, they sent the link to chapter 14, and even though I decided to read the first part to see what the heck's going on, I still have no idea what's really going on. I think this is a fanfic that you guys would probably have to read from the beginning and just read it straight through to get what's going on. From what I've read though, it is an interesting idea. I mean, the fanfic that they were critiquing in it seemed really awful, but I liked how the characters were commenting on it and stuff. And it's enough to keep you interested. I'm not going to read the rest of the fanfic out loud on the show, obviously, but I do suggest that if you guys are interested, you go and check it out yourselves. I might even, read it from the beginning just so I can figure out what the hell's going on. But so far, I'd say it's a pretty good fanfic, so I suggest that you guys check it out. Well, I'm the FanFic Critic. I read it, you listen. I need to think of things to say at the end of these episodes.